All right, another day of piano practice, and we are working on Arabesque number 1. We're gonna start with a warm-up, just some scales and arpeggios. How did I do that one? I had a bad case of fat fingers on that one, hitting multiple notes on several occasions, but that's not what the warm-up is about. It's just about getting the fingers moving, getting used to the motions of pressing keys and moving and that whole deal. So let's run through Arabesque. So far, everything that we've had one time. that's the part where we're adding new stuff. Okay, so let's do that again. What are you? What is that? What is that? No, that's a B and E. There we go. Anyways, we've gotten to the point where we're in completely new territory. So let's run through that really hard part with the right hand and the left hand together, starting separately, just get some repetitions in. I can feel it getting better with every day that goes by. I can feel it like I can do it faster, mess up less. It's nice. Let's do the left hand too now. Now, as far as what I have already learned and memorized, I already got this one part. I'll show you right here. In the left hand. I already know that that's going on. I already have that memorized. And why I'm playing it as I'm repeating this stuff is so that I can contextualize what leads into what, and I can mentally prepare for the finger position change. And I know that the first part, I know that is quarter notes, and I know that the one right after is eighth notes. I know that, I'm aware of that. We're not playing for tempo and pace and all of this stuff. We're playing just to have the notes correct, have the fingering right, have the memorization in place, so that once we are adding it all together, then we're focusing on how fast each thing is. So we're taking these in steps. All right, let's do both together. And take it slow. Timed that wrong. Okay, so let's start over. Okay. I keep on doing that. Why is that? That's how that goes. Okay, let's do it again. I like that one right there. It's a B minor sixth. Yeah. That's so nice. Let's do some more repetition. And that side. What's wrong with that? There it is. All right, we've done enough repetition on that for now. I think I want to annotate in the left hand this this repetition of that bit right there, that musical phrase, because it gets replayed twice, or it gets replayed once. You're playing it twice. So I like the 1/4 that they already have there. No change here. No change here. Okay, that's where the first thing happens. Right? No. Is that the same? It is the same. I see why they want 1/2 instead of 1/3 there. Let's see if that fits. It could, but I feel like I'd have to force that one a little bit more than what I already have. All right, that's what I normally do. That's just what they want. We're doing 1/3. Cross that out. Yeah, we don't like what you've got there. Put 1/3, 1/5. 1/5, 1/3. Okay, 1/3, 1/5. Had to get that itch out of my head. Okay, so there. Okay, so this is dotted half note. This is a half note, and they add a quarter note where there was a dotted half note. Okay, so what's going on there? That's a sharp D and an A with that's some ugly fingering right there. Let's see how we can make this look better. So the next thing is going to be after that is going to be I'm assuming they want a 3. So C, B, A, G, so G sharp. How do we get there from here? Okay, we're going to ignore what they suggest. So this one here is going to be a 1/5. The one right before that, 1/4. From 1/3. And then that's a B octave? The octave. Okay, that makes sense. That's going to be 1/5 because that's an octave. Followed up by 1/3. Yeah, 3. I'm working backwards here. E, then a EF to it's a D sharp and A. Yeah, 1, 3. That's a 1, 3 as well. 5, 1. Okay, there's going to be a big hand position change because there's a rest right there, and I'm assuming that's what it's for. So 1, 2. Do I have that? That's an F sharp to an E to a A octave. A right there, 1, 5. It's an E octave, so I'll put an E right there. So B. I am annotating further than what I've already done for the right hand, so this might be a bit much. Yeah, we're going to run out of time soon. So let's just see what we have so far in this, right after the key change. Keep doing that. What is this? All right. Sharp. With a C. No, that's an E. Right before the resolution. That's gonna be good. Now we're adding new material completely to the right hand right here. And there's a bunch of movement going on. That's gonna be fun. So let's annotate it right now, after we run through what we have on the left hand. they recommending? So gotta make a note of how we're going to the bass clef right there on the upper on the top staff. All right, and this looks like, so that's gonna be a D. I got distracted. So this is going to be. That's clearly going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, right there. That's very clear. Now what do they want here? B, D, F, G. Is a G sharp, right? B, D, E, F. Another 1, 2, 3, 5. That's gonna be. What are you? B minor sixth, right? What is that? Okay, let's write down D. That's where we're starting at. And at the top is going to be C sharp. And then we're going to go back down to a G sharp. F sharp. A little bit higher. F sharp. Going back down to a C sharp. All right. Going back to the treble clef. C sharp. Right there. All the way up to B. Down to F sharp. Up to E. Put that up there. E down to B. Up to A. There's a triplet right there. It's a triplet. Make a note of that. So these are all triplets. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I'm not switching from eighth notes to triplets. All right, so let's figure that out. And then a G sharp to an F, and then a C sharp to a B, F sharp to an E, all of these fit as a 1, 2, 3, 5. It's when you go back down a little bit before you reset to the next arpeggio that I need to figure out the fingering for. But we're at 30 minutes, so that's going to be the last thing I do. And then we're going to end the practice session. Let's write that all out. 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. All right. All right, 4, 3, 2 works for this. No, 5, 4, 3. Yep. What am I missing here? Yeah, 5, 4, 3. Okay, so 4, 3 is gonna be how we go down and then back up. 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, and then we'll figure stuff out halfway through measure 49. Nice, good practice session.